I have a question for you. What purple McDonald's character, introduced in 1971 as part of McDonaldland, is known for his love of milkshakes? Hi, I'm Mark Ellison, host of the podcast 5 Daily Trivia Questions. Here's another question. What NFL team, founded in 1961, is known for its purple uniforms and Viking horn logo? No, the questions aren't always purple, but we do have theme days on 5 Daily Trivia Questions. Here's one more. What 1984 Prince film and album features the hit songs When Doves Cry and a song about rain? Follow 5 Daily Trivia Questions and come play along. Oh, and the answers: The Grimace, The Vikings, and Purple Rain. 5 Daily Trivia Questions wherever you get your shows. The number 5 Daily Trivia Questions.
At the start of the semester, it's time to think about how much you can save by using NJ Transit's Student Pass. College students can save an extra 25% on their commute on the train, bus, or light rail. This is a major savings that could keep cash in your pocket. Every student needs more cash. That's a known fact. So visit your college website or njtransit.com/studentpass and start saving.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where we're turning on our laptops using our sorcerer like magic, this is Ballot.
That's right, it's a Sunday and the Pope is back, so let's hit this. Hi, I'm Patrick Gutfield with all the answers to who shot JFK. The government released more JFK assassination files, and surprise, they've been hiding some juicy details for 60-plus years. You know what they found? Turns out the CIA had up to 300 employees. That's right, 300, just opening and reading Americans' mail back in the 50s. They were spending $1 million a year on this little hobby. $1 million! And that's in 1958 money, which is probably worth about $70 bajillion today. The most interesting part? They were specifically tracking Lee Harvey Oswald's letters when he was hanging out in the Soviet Union. Nothing suspicious about that. Just the government casually monitoring the mail of the guy who would later be accused of killing the president. Some historian named Jefferson Morley has been digging through these dusty files like he's Nicolas Cage in National Treasure, and he's come to a pretty wild conclusion. He thinks a small clique in CIA counterintelligence was responsible for JFK's assassination. That's not exactly a minor accusation. He's basically pointing the finger at James Angleton, the CIA's top spy hunter, saying he was complicit in Kennedy's death. The whole thing reads like a Tom Clancy novel written by Oliver Stone during a fever dream. Secret mail programs, microfilming, IBM machines tabulating results. It's like the 1950s version of the NSA reading your emails, except with actual paper and a lot more effort. Trump's getting his own fighter jet now, the F-47. How subtle! President Trump just announced America's next big military toy. A brand new fighter jet called the F-47. Gee, I wonder where they got that number. Could it possibly be because he's the 47th president? What a coincidence. Trump described this stealth aircraft as virtually unseeable with unprecedented power. You know, just like his tax returns. During the Oval Office announcement, Trump said, America's enemies will never see it coming. If it ever happens, they won't know what the hell hit them. Which, coincidentally, is also how most of his cabinet appointees felt on their first day. Boeing scored the contract to build these jets, which is quite the turnaround for a company that's been having more malfunctions than my aunt's ancient VCR. I guess when your planes keep having unscheduled rapid disassemblies, you really need a government contract to boost morale. The most telling moment came when Trump mentioned selling toned-down versions to allies because someday, maybe they're not our allies. Nothing builds international trust like telling your friends you're giving them the inferior model because you think they might betray you later. In what might be the most technologically underwhelming father-son moment of all time, President Trump recently revealed that his 19-year-old son, Barron, has what he calls an unbelievable aptitude in technology. And what exactly constitutes this technological wizardry? Barron knows how to turn a laptop back on after his dad shuts it down. Trump shared this stunning revelation in a Fox News interview with Laura Ingraham that aired on Barron's birthday. The president described the mind-blowing exchange. I turn off his laptop. I said, "Oh, good." And I go back 5 minutes later. He's got his laptop. I said, "How'd you do that?" Barron's response, "None of your business, Dad." Truly, the Steve Jobs of our time. The NYU business student has apparently mastered the complex technological feat known to experts as pressing the power button. Next up, he'll be showing his father how to use the TV remote and explaining why the microwave beeps. According to sources close to the family, Barron is an old soul who is smart, well-spoken, and well-read, and anxious to form his own companies and make money. No word yet on whether his first startup will be teaching senior citizens how to use basic electronics.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service, real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE-certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Pope Francis has been released from the hospital, and I'm guessing his first miracle after recovery will be turning on a laptop. After a 5-week stay at Rome's Gemelli Hospital, Pope Francis has finally checked out, making his first public appearance since February 14th. The 88-year-old pontiff had been battling pneumonia, which became the most serious health crisis of his 12-year papacy. The Holy Father left the hospital shortly after noon on Sunday, waving to well-wishers from a balcony just before his discharge. His face appeared swollen, and he spoke briefly with a feeble voice to thank someone who had brought yellow flowers. Very thoughtful, though I'm sure what he really wanted was a get well soon balloon and one of those giant teddy bears from the gift shop. Doctors have prescribed an additional 2 months of rest at the Vatican, saying it will take a lot of time for his aging body to fully heal. 2 months of rest at the Vatican, which I imagine consists of quiet prayer, contemplation, and binge-watching The Young Pope while critiquing its accuracy. Speaking of religious leadership, let's go from the Pope's hospital release to another Catholic figure causing quite a different kind of stir. While Pope Francis was dealing with pneumonia, a Catholic school teacher in Italy was dealing with exposure of a different kind. Elena Moraga, a 29-year-old teacher at a Catholic infants school near Treviso, has been suspended after parents discovered she was moonlighting as an OnlyFans model. The scandal broke when a parent recognized Ms. Moraga on the subscription-based platform and promptly spread the news via WhatsApp and Facebook. Because nothing says I care about moral standards quite like sharing that you were browsing OnlyFans. Moraga, who has worked at the Catholic school for 5 years and is also a competitive bodybuilder, defended herself saying what she does no harm to anyone and that people should be allowed to do what they like in their private lives. She lives with her parents, which must make for some awkward dinner conversations these days. The case has sparked government intervention, with Italy's education ministry pledging to create a new code of ethics prohibiting teachers from appearing on adult websites. The code will likely tell teachers to avoid statements, images, or behavior that could damage the prestige and reputation of their schools. A fancy way of saying, keep your clothes on in public, please. This isn't just an Italian phenomenon. In the US, teacher Brianna Coppage was suspended for similar reasons, though she claimed to have made around $1 million on OnlyFans compared to her $42,000 teaching salary. Another American teacher, Courtney Tilia, said it would have taken her 25 years to earn what she made on the platform in a much shorter time. The teachers argue they need the extra income because their salaries are so low. Portions of today's show were made with the help of AI, a few hours on OnlyFans for research purposes, and the F-47,